Hello, everyone. This is Goofy Gamer, aka Mr. Money, in a 4322 Theros block. Holy crud in a biscuit. Well, I think we have to take Kiora only because it's Kiora. If it was a different rare or not a green blue something, just because green blue is the way to go. And, um, and it's Kiora. Get to draw a card, play a land, an additional one, and the 9/9 Kraken. How do you beat a 9/9 Kraken? You don't. Not every turn you don't. Um, but I guess with and I never really thought about this until now. With Retraction Helix, you couldn't you bounce the emblem? I don't know. I don't know, but I think I have to take Kiora. I just have to. And then there's a Temple of Plenty, Chorus of the Tides, Sudden Storm. And I think in a Kiora deck, Sudden Storm would be better. But I do like Chorus of the Tides. Is Sudden Storm better in a Kiora deck? I think so because I just do think so. And there's no other green cards that I would take over it. Just because, like with Kiora, if they are flooding the board, and then I can't use its ability on more than one creature. Sudden Storm could potentially give me the time that I need. So I think that is the pick. Um, so here, Vortex Elemental, I think would be really good in this type of deck, because I could put it down early and potentially get a creature off the field that's problematic. Nyxborn Triton is a good card, but I feel that yes, the Vortex Elemental is going to be the pick here. Divination, I hope, comes back around, or Unravel the Aether. This may or may not be a Citizen Oathsworn deck, but I will take the Vortex Elemental. Here, I would take Chorus of the Tides, although Nullify would be a good pickup as well. If the Kiora plan doesn't work out, then the Chorus of the Tides plan will. And I can see Nullify coming all the way back around. So yes, I will take the Chorus of the Tides here. And I think it is going to be the Fairies Band Tromper. This does load me up on 4 drops, and I probably don't need any more. So I would take a Voyager's End over a Griptide. But just the power level of the Fairies Band Tromper over the Nyxborn Wolf and the Deepwater Hypnotist. He might be a dip. But definitely the Fairies Band Tromper. So this is between Divination and Nyxborn Triton. I could see taking the Nyxborn Triton over Divination. Although Divination does help me dig through my deck a little bit, but I will like the early defense a little bit more. So there is Deepwater Hypnotist now, and I will need 2 drops. So yeah, I think that's where we're going. And another Deepwater Hypnotist? Is that better than... Well, it's the best of that. Now I can take the Divination. And I could definitely prioritize Ramp as something to be in. So, and then I get another aspect of Hydra anyway. Take the Pillar of War, since we might be able to play that. We'll sideboard that. Definitely not coming in. We could put it on the Pillar of War. That's something. But yeah, these two I'm not the most excited to play with. And I don't think Aspect of the Hydra is going to make it in whatsoever. Sylvian Caryatid is ramp. There is a Voyaging Satyr, but Sylvian Caryatid is obviously the far superior mana producer, since it produces any mana. So yeah, it's going to be Sylvian Caryatid here. Otherwise, Benthic Giant is good in a sideboard option for Lash of the Whip type scenarios, being hexproof and it resists Sip of Hemlock. You have to kill it with creatures, pretty much. But Caryatid, this is a very, very good pickup for here. So it's between Nimbus Naiad and Wavecrash Triton. I do like the Nimbus Naiad, and I do like the Wavecrash Triton in this deck. But I feel you don't take a Wavecrash Triton over a Nimbus Naiad. I don't feel like that's something you do. Ordeal would be good, just not in this deck. Yeah, 2/2 flyer for 3. So, Vaporkin, Nessian Courser. I'm feeling more the Vaporkin. Even though Nessian Courser does have a better, defensive level. Actually, yeah, that does make more sense to take the Nessian Courser over the Vaporkin. And I would like some green permanents. So this is an easy Thassa's Emissary. We don't really need to look at anything else. Pretty easy Sea God's Revenge as our 6. I don't think we need any more 4s. But at the same time, this is going to be an 18-land deck. I do like the Nylea's Disciple over the Annul. That is very late Lightning Strike. I feel like I almost need to cut that from somebody. I'm not really interested in a Memnonic Wall. But with the Caryatid, there's a possibility that I could splash. So I could pick up Fate Foretold here in efforts to try and pick up one of those Wavecrash Tritons again. I think I will take the Benthic Giant here. I could definitely take Farika's Mender, and there's no sense in getting another Fate Foretold. Yeah, I'll go with the more powerful card. And Crackling Triton is a good pickup because creatures are always nice. Hippocamp. Annul for the sideboard. Triton thingy. I could probably splash either or, but probably not both of those two cards that I got. I'm going to prioritize Voyaging Satyr in this scenario. Labyrinth Champion is not where I want to be. So yeah, it's a pretty easy Voyaging Satyr. And this is a pretty easy Voyager's End. I already am stacked to the gills on 4-drops. I do not need any 4-drops. I may not even need to play Nylea's Disciple. But yes, a very easy Voyager's End here. So yeah, on first thought, I'm probably gonna just cut that. Ooh, Wave Crash Triton, overtime to feed. Do I have? I mean, I have Fate Foretold and the Bestow creatures. I'm not really sure what I would be feeding on. And Wave Crash Triton is more coherent with WoW. Alright, so I took out the Lagona Band Elder so that I could put in the Griptide. I didn't know was going to come back around, but Nimbus Naiad again would be good. But I feel like I have to take the tempo play with Griptide. This isn't really an Aqueous form deck, but it would be a Shredding Winds deck. Yeah, it's... Well, Aqueous form can go on Wave Crash Triton for a targeting effect, so that could be something. I took it. I feel like taking the Trick. It is a targeting effect, and I can get some kind of value out of it, and then I don't have to play the Aqueous form. I feel like I don't have to play any of these splash cards now, and I can just take the Prescient Chimera. It will help me get there, and then I can sideboard in the Benthic Giant if they have heavy removal, if it's a heavy removal situation. But then this will make my 5-drop. And then the Shredding Winds came in this pack, so I'm excited about that. Another Benthic Giant. I'm just gonna hate on the flyer. That's just how I do. Hate it out of the park. So yeah, I said this is an 18 land deck. So that's what it is. We got 22 cards. Argument could be made to play the Aqueous form, but Asphodel Wanderer is actually good against... Is this good against me at all? I guess it could hurt Kiora. I don't see myself playing Lost in a Labyrinth. So, this, yeah, Savage Surge, Fate Foretold, and the Bestow creatures could all target the Wave Crash Triton. And then we could sideboard in for a Null. Sideboard in for Benthic Giant and Satyr Hedonist in aggressive decks. Well, not necessarily. I think this is a golden deck. Pretty golden. We have the 2 Deepwater Hypnotists, which aren't really good in this type of deck, so actually I might want to cut that. But having one of them isn't that bad. It's between the Aqueous form and the Lost in the Labyrinth, which, with the Lost in the Labyrinth, I could target my Wave Crash Triton with it on my opponent's turn, lock them down for 2 turns. But on the same time, the Aqueous form's Scry could be very, very beneficial for me. I'm thinking more Lost in the Labyrinth that could be used in a combat trick scenario. And it does have Scry 1, so... Yeah, I think this is a pretty good all-star deck. Let's see. Sort by color. And we have triple the blue that we do the green. But that's fine. That's fine. So, let's see, 13-5. Let's go... 12-6? It still doesn't seem right. $11-7? We have a couple draw effects and a couple scry effects, so I imagine that we should be able to get to some forest action. And Prescient Chimera is the only double blue that I have, so that's amazing. I only need one of any color. So I think we're in good shape with that. So I do appreciate you guys watching. Let me know if there was something else that I could have done a little bit better with prioritizing for targeting effects or tempo-based plays, stuff like that. But I hope we get there all the way with this Kiora, and I will see you guys round 1, game 1.